So I experienced my first art show recently, and that made me realize that I need to take or have a completely different approach when it comes to making art. And one of the approaches that I realized that I needed to have was like having a motif. And motif basically means like kind of like having a repeating cohesive pattern within your art basically. And with this, I really wanted to experiment with that motif with having like this weird like mountain shape, right? And having that like come through and like happen all over the piece and whatnot. This is not done yet. I still have like to fix up a few things because as I was working on this piece right here, which is another like motif, and this is another idea. We're gonna leave that alone for a different day, but it made me realize there are a lot of things I still need to clean up within this piece. So this one's definitely not done, but the main things that I wanted to focus on with this is like the motif and directionality. Same thing with the piece I just showed you just now, where it's like I want to, like a director of a movie, I want your eyes to go to certain places and like kind of like direct the person's, the audience's attention. And with this, I kind of wanted to go like this. And that's why I used a very like basic background that's not too distracting, so it makes your eyes, it kind of forces your eyes to go to these places and almost like forcing you to look right here, honestly. But the thing I did learn from this piece, which I will improve upon later, is like you can't have this much chaos and then have something like you want people to focus on, because it's too distracting having like this much detail but then wanting someone to look here. Because when I look at this piece, it my eyes go here instead of like here. So that's something I have to fix later as we get better at this shit, because that's kind of like the things that you'll become aware of it the more you go to art shows and like experience art IRL. You'll see these things and be like, hey, I want to get better at art too. Follow your bliss.